I found a bowling alley that puts out sport patterns every morning. They put out short, medium, long on the first 6 lanes. Today I'll be bowling 5 games on a medium pattern with the Summit Ascent. They put out the 2021 PWBA Tour Championship pattern, which is 40 feet, so the rule of 31 puts my exit point at 9. But there's a 36-foot drop rush, which can make the pattern play shorter as it transitions. So I want my exit point to be right of 9, so it can develop a taper. The volume is 26 mils, with 17 of that being forward. This is laid out with a Kegel machine, so you have oil going in both directions. The forward oil gets the ball to maintain its ball speed, promoting more skid through the pattern. The reverse can get it to slow down, promoting more traction through the pattern. The ratio is 3.89 to 1, which measures difficulty left to right on the pattern. The pattern gives us shape from 5 to 13, so this is playable from a lot of angles. Warming up, I'm throwing the Summit Ascent at 2000 grit, but I really could have went deeper with the surface. I'm thinking 1000 grit would have been better to help us shape the mid lane. After all, this is a low friction lane surface. I like the way that the Widow 3.0 shapes, and yeah, that would be my ball of choice for bowling on the fresh. But for this video, I'm throwing the Ascent. I get it pretty close, but it plaques a 10 pretty bad. Then I try to go inside of that, but the back ends are too sharp for that. Starting game 1 with no look, I mean, what's more realistic than that? I give it more room and I leave a washout, and miss the conversion. Second frame is closer, but it doesn't drive through the pins. But throwing it a touch slower and adding axis rotation kinda gets the job done. I think it would be better if I hit it with more surface, but the game's already started, so I'm not about to change it. The ball reaction's not really good, but it's also not designed to be thrown on the fresh. So I add some loft to get it over the head oil and give it a sharper back end, which helps it get through the pins. The split was a mental game error where I got too relaxed and didn't trust the shot. Got lucky with a Brooklyn, and then I finished game 1 with a 168. Now I'm more lined up for game 2, so let's see how I score. And here goes another mental error, where I just get a little slow with the ball. Here goes a miss left with not enough speed to hold line, and I'm a bit lucky to leave a makeable. Missed right, blowing through the break point, converting the spare for a 230 game. Alright, game 3. Lofting is an important skill to have. I remember when I was a youth bowler, I was watching Mika Korpiniemi on TV, and then went to the bowling alley to practice lofting the ball. As for the Summit Ascent, I think it's a good transition ball to have, providing some miss room when the taper develops. Here I go, whiffing a 610, ending the game with a 225. Alright, game 4. This game is where I think the taper is really visible. I marked it with an overlay with it being at 5 at 36 feet and at 9 at 40 feet. And I should strike as long as I get it to that zone. But of course, execution is the most important thing, and I get lucky here with 2 Brooklyns. So I get it to the spot, and I leave this nasty 8-pin, which I can't be mad about. I just got away with 2 lucky ones. Then I'll finish off with a 234. Alright, game 5. Since you made it this far into the video, I'll let you know I'm out here bowling at Lanes, Trains, and Automobiles in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, otherwise known as LTA. And I want to thank the manager Chris for inviting me out here to shoot content. They're running this place right in my opinion. The availability to practice on sport patterns have always been a big gate kept away from the average bowler. So I appreciate them having sport patterns out here for people to practice on. I think that's essential for moving bowling forward. I switched to the Venom Shock in my fill, which would be the next ball down in my progression.